Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 4 of the Variety Gaming Podcast. Today, our featured game is Forza Horizon 4, and our new reoccurring segment is called What's That Game? It's going to be a fun little Guess Who type game between Atrax and myself. You're welcome to play along. When we get there, I always encourage folks pause, see if you can guess what the game is based on our terrible descriptions. As always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host Atrax. Atrax, tell us about the game.
We got Forza Horizon 4. I'm excited for this one. It's developed by Playground Games, but it's published by Xbox Games Studio. I think pretty much all the Forza games are Xbox games. We got a little description here. Dynamic seasons change everything at the world's greatest automotive festival. Go it alone or team up with others to explore a beautiful and historic Britain in a shared open world. It is rated E for everyone, and it's available on Xbox One, Series X and S, Xbox Cloud Gaming, GeForce Now, PC, and Steam, but it's only available on the store until December 15th, 2024, because then it is going to be delisted from purchase. You're still going to be able to play it. Don't worry. Don't panic. If you own it, if you're thinking about buying it, that is okay. You still can. You'll be able to play it after December 15th. It's just you won't be able to buy it. So it is being delisted. It's one of the reasons why we are featuring it here on this episode 4 of the Variety Gaming Podcast. If you listen to, I believe it was episode 2. Yeah, episode 2. We had our fire sale. If not, that's okay. I'll explain here. We had our fire sale, which was where we talk about gaming sales. We talked about the Steam summer sale, and I mentioned that I purchased this game, and so now I've played it for a little bit, and with it being delisted, we figured it would be a good topic for everybody. It's a game that really, I think everyone can get into, and so, to go a little bit in depth on this really quick, mentioning the delisting, it's going to be having various sales throughout the year, both on Xbox and on Steam. The DLC is not purchasable by itself. You can't buy pieces that you don't own. You'll just have standard, deluxe, and ultimate versions that are available. But of course, it's on sale. It's not on sale currently, but it will be going on sale. So throw it on your wish list. If you played on Game Pass and you purchased DLC, so like you played Forza Horizon 4, the base game, on Game Pass, and then you purchased, let's say, the Lego DLC or the, what is it called, Fortune Island DLC, you'll get a token, which I believe is for the game. Go check out the article that they released on Microsoft to get the full details, but I'm pretty sure it's a token for the game. And so be sure to look into that because that's pretty cool. If you bought 1 or 2 of the DLCs, you get a token for the game. Obviously, you can't get the DLCs now, so hopefully you bought both of the DLCs so that you can get the full game and then you just have everything. But that'll be pretty sweet. I think it's kind of cool that they did that for the Game Pass owners because I don't know. There's a lot of games on Game Pass where you just get the base version and then there's all this extra stuff. And it's cool that they let you just buy DLC piecemeal and use your Game Pass subscription in order to play the base game. They don't make you buy everything. But it obviously in this scenario where the game is being delisted from purchase, it can kind of become a difficult thing. One of the other difficult things, if you will, from this delisting is that some of the achievements will be going away. There's going to be 5 achievements. Well, they're not going away. It's just you can't get them anymore. So if you want to get them, you need to get them now. It actually ends August 22nd. So less than a month from the day of this recording and even less time, only a couple days less when we post this. But Series 77 for this is just like they have festival playlists. It's kind of one of the online features of the game that gets updated. And Series 77 will be the last online series. It ends on August 22nd. And so 5 achievements will be locked after August 22nd. If you're an achievement hunter, if you're a completionist, really, really rough. If you're not and you're just a casual player like myself, I mean, I try to get as many achievements as possible. But if you're a casual player like myself, it doesn't really matter. Like, this isn't a super big thing, especially because some of them are kind of difficult. Complete all seasonal championships in a festival playlist, complete all seasonal PR stunts, complete all the activities in a single playlist. So some of them are kind of difficult, but it is worth 50 achievement points or gamer score if you're on Xbox. And again, there are some completionists out there. I like completing games. So those will also be locked once the season ends. That'll be even before the game is delisted. But some of those things are going away. But that's just the news about the delisting and all of that special stuff. In terms of the actual game, we'll kind of get into the game a little bit more. I bought the ultimate version on the Steam sale. It was $20 for everything. The base game, the 2 DLCs. It comes with a VIP pass, which is I haven't figured out what all the VIP pass comes with, but it seems to come with some free houses, which in that game, houses are kind of like each house has different buffs, passive buffs. Some are active. One activates a drone mode. One gives you more points, that type of stuff. So the VIP membership basically makes those houses free as opposed to having to pay in-game currency for them. Not kind of a big deal if you're not worried about that stuff. But then it also comes with the Formula Drift car pack, Best of Bond car pack, and the 2 DLCs. So it's kind of like if a game is being delisted, especially if it goes on sale, I think it's definitely worth $20 to get literally everything in the game. I don't like the whole pass system in a game like this, just fundamentally, personally, but I don't think it's awful. Like, I don't think it's bad. I just don't like it personally. It's just not my personal thing. Need for Speed Most Wanted, the original on like PlayStation 2 and Xbox. I don't know, Rhaiu, if you played that game, but that is like the gold standard for racing games for me. It's just, I don't know, it hit the perfect, like, you had the street racing aspect. The upgrades were kind of, how do I describe this? The upgrades were linear, I guess you could say. It wasn't like super jumbled. It was arcade racery. You had the cop chases and all of that fun stuff. And I don't know. The story is just kind of the average, quote unquote, Fast and Furious Need for Speed story. You know, you're trying to make your way up the list and all that. But the game was just so much fun. Maybe it's because I was a kid. I don't know. I know they re-released Most Wanted as well and all of that stuff. I'm talking about the OG Most Wanted. I'm sure a lot of people out there remember that. Need for Speed Underground 2 was really good too, but that's like the gold standard for me. And this game, it's just not comparable. Like, it's a racing game, but to me, I can't really compare the two. I think this one, I would rate it like, in terms of racing games, right? I would give it maybe an 8.5. I think it's really good. It looks really good. Like we mentioned in the description, it takes place in Britain and it does have 4K and HDR support. So the game looks really, really good. I was playing 120 frames on just regular HD with all of the graphics maxed out. If you are on the YouTube version of the podcast, or if you want to go check out the YouTube version, I will have the gameplay up as I'm just talking about this. That's how we do it on the YouTube versions. But if you want to check out just kind of the graphical fidelity, I hope that it renders well and it comes through. But the game looks really, really good. And if you have a better machine, I could probably push it higher too. I could switch it over to my Ultra HD monitor if I wanted to, but I like having frames over HD like resolution. That's my preference. So I can really push the frames on this as well. And it looks really, really smooth. I like the look of this game. And again, for $20, I mean, it's a steal. But because it has 4K support and HDR support, it has 4K textures. So the game is 95 gigs on your system. It's a large game, and I think that's how it's going to be. I'm not sure what the Xbox versions are. You'll have to check it out. I would imagine it's close to the same, especially because Xbox offers 4K, at least the series does, or at least upscaling. You'll have to check that out. Man, when it comes to the Xbox consoles, I feel so out of touch. But either way, it plays on all of the Xboxes, the Xbox One and above. So I'm sure maybe it's like 50 gigs on the systems that can't handle the 4K. I don't know. It's 95 gigs on my system. So it's kind of large, but even so, definitely worth it. I mean, Call of Duty anymore is like 150 to 200 gigs, if not more. WoW is like 70 to 80 gigs. So games are getting up in size, and I think it's definitely worth it to have the HD, Ultra HD, HDR, 4K textures, all of that cool stuff if you want it. The main story of the game is you're going through seasons. It is the Forza Horizon Festival, and you go through fall, spring, summer, winter. I know those are not the order of the seasons as they occur in the year, but that's how it popped up in my head. So you go through all the different seasons. I'm currently in the winter season, and I think it's great. It's a lot of fun driving around in the snow. The customization is huge in this game. Everything down to your gear ratios and your tire compounds and the PSI in your tires, and you can get really really sim racery with it, but I'm not going that in depth. You can play it as a casual like myself who doesn't really know a whole lot about tuning cars, this and that and the other thing. I just go with basically the quote unquote standard setup, aside from if I'm playing in a cross country or I'm racing in a cross country event, then I'll use, sport or off road tires depending on the track. If I'm in a rally competition, I have a rally car that I set up, which is a Subaru Impreza. Then my cross country and race vehicle is my Mitsubishi Lancer. If I'm doing sport or racetrack, then I'll be switching over to, what car do I have for racing and sport? Do I have another Lancer? I think I have another Lancer for racing and sport. But either way, the game gives you a bunch of different cars that you can collect. If you really want to go in depth with that, you can. If you don't want to and you just want to keep a few cars, that's totally cool. A majority of what you can go through in the game, they give you starter cars, but then you can also pick your own cars. Oh, a Volkswagen Bug. That's what I have. So my cross country slash off road vehicle, I have a Lancer, but they give you the option between a Land Rover, a Dodge Ram, and a Volkswagen Bug, and I went with the Bug, and I am so glad I did. Dude, that Bug totally rips. It rips around on the beach or through the forest and the mud and the riverbeds and stuff. Dude, that car rips. Anyone who says VW Bugs aren't good, nah. Play Forza Horizon 4. That Bug will just dude, it'll just straight up mob around corners. Um, it's a lot of fun. So I'm in winter. Upcoming is spring. At the end of each season, when you gain enough rep, and the way you gain reputation is just by completing races, winning races, stuff of that nature. You don't have to complete certain races. Obviously, to win certain events, there are certain qualifying races, or you need to have a certain amount of rep. But the showcase events are pretty much purely reputation based. So you just complete, if you want to do cross country, you can. If you want to do rally or dirt racing, if you want to do sport racing, you can choose, and you gain XP and ranks and unlock more difficult races by completing those specific race types. So if you want to be a rally racer, then you just complete all the rally races. If you want to be a sport racer, you complete all the sport races. Or if you want to do like me, I've done a healthy mix of them. You can do a healthy mix of them, and still, when you do the showcase, they give you a specific showcase car. So you don't have to worry so much about, oh, do I have this car to upgrade? Do I have that car to upgrade? Like, I have to match my car in order to match the showcase. You can beat the showcase without having a specific car just for the showcase because they give you one and it's purely about your driving skill. I personally think that's really cool. Some people don't like that. They want to have just their car that they upgrade and they take through all the races. Totally understand that. If you don't mind tuning stuff, you can probably get away with that if you want to. Just buy multiple copies of the car. That's up to you. I don't know. This game is very open world and it's a lot of fun. There's an insane amount of customization options. When you go through the races, it's a pretty cool thing too. You don't have to just complete like story mission races. You can do either solo or co-op or PvP. I haven't tried the co-op mode. I've tried the PvP mode and I've tried the solo mode. The solo mode is cool. You race against AI driver tars. Some of them have your friends list names, so it feels like you're racing against your friends even though it's just AI. It's kind of interesting. I've been asked twice now by the game if I want to increase my difficulty because it literally pops up. It's like, you are winning races too easily. Would you like to increase the difficulty from above average to highly skilled? And I'm like, sure, yeah. If you're telling me that my times are really good and I should increase the difficulty, then great. I'm one of those people where if I can do a couple of races and some of the races are I win the first time, but then some tracks I don't win the first time. I need to re-race it 2, 3 times in order to get the feel of the track. I like that. I personally want just a little bit of challenge, not too much. I haven't noticed a whole lot of rubber banding in this game. And for those of you who don't know what rubber banding is, it basically, if you are a player and you're racing against AI, if there's rubber banding, when you get to a certain point ahead of all of the other racers, then those other AI racers will magically just get really fast and they'll catch up to you and it'll start, because like it's almost like you have a rubber band attached to you. You drive forward and they whoop right up behind you and they catch up just out of nowhere. They get fast. It doesn't feel like this too much. The AI feels pretty consistent in terms of how fast they complete the track. I did notice a difference between the above average and highly skilled racers. I did need to focus a lot more, and I definitely couldn't mess up nearly as much, especially in the showcases. The first showcase I did the first time, no problem I believe I was on highly skilled at that point. I might have been above average. Don't quote me on that. But then the second showcase, it took me maybe 2 or 3 tries in order to get through that one. So I definitely like that the difficulty increases, but again, it didn't feel like it was rubber banding. It just felt like my mistakes were slowing me down, and that's why I was losing or coming in second place or whatever. So I appreciate that. Didn't really feel like the AI was just being unfair. It felt like my mistakes were actually my mistakes. Like I mentioned, the main story is seasons. There are also 2 DLCs, the Lego Speed Champions DLC, which I've ventured into just a little bit. That is really cool. I love the Legoland. I mean everybody thinks Legos are really cool. The DLC in the fifth one is Hot Wheels, which I have looked at. It looks cool, but I've heard subpar reviews. Maybe that's because of the story or whatever. I don't know. Regardless, the Lego DLC in 4 is super awesome. I've seen some gameplay of the other DLC, Fortune Island. It looks really good. It looks stormy. The scenery looks great, but I haven't actually played it, so maybe I'll have to let you know in a future episode or something how that is. But again, everything in this game looks really, really good, and it's a standard racing game, so you get what you get. Tons of customizational options, solo, co-op, PvP modes in pretty much all the races, which again I think is really cool, especially if you have friends, if you want to do co-op or PvP, do some races. All the main story missions seem to be online multiplayer, from what I can tell, or you can do them by yourself. Obviously, there's a ton of online games too, different races that you can do. There's the playlists, like I mentioned in the delisted section. So some of those will be going away, the online playlists, when the game gets delisted, but all of the online functionality will still be available. So the game still will be running. Don't be afraid to get into this game, even if the last season ends on August 22nd. If you can find this game for $20, especially the Ultimate Edition, definitely check it out because, I mean, the game looks great, all of that good stuff. There is one thing, though, I will complain about this. They have this spin the wheel system in it, and I really, really don't like it. That's how you get it feels like that's how you get all your clothing. You can get cars and credits from it, but it's just like, congratulations, you've won a Forza marathon or whatever it's called, wheel spin. Congratulations, spin the wheel to get a prize. And so then you spin the wheel and it's like, congratulations, you won the golden leggings. And it's just like some random item that you'll never ever use. Meanwhile, you really want that one cool green looking hoodie or whatever. And then you see it go by on the wheel every once in a while because there's a lot of cars in this game. There's hold on, let me do my quick checking here. Collect over 450 cars. So there's an insane amount of cars to collect, and then there's insane amount of uh driver customization. That's the word I'm looking for. Things to collect. So when you really want one thing and the only way to get it is by spinning a wheel, kind of feels bad, but I get it. And it is a fun thing to spin the wheel. All right, everybody loves, maybe not everybody. I love spinning the wheel. Who doesn't love spinning the wheel? Like, it's just, all right, spin the wheel and get a prize. And they have super spins, which give you 3 prizes. Like, whoa, 3 prizes. That's crazy. But in terms of actually getting stuff and being a mechanic for uh earning, that's how you earn stuff. I'm not a huge fan of it. But either way, Forza Horizon 4, I've talked for an insanely long time about it. I've gone on and on. Clearly, you can see I'm passionate about it. I like racing games. I've played racing games since I was a kid of all sorts, simulation and arcade, and I like them both. Gran Turismo's great, and Ridge Racer. Ray, give me some of your little history on racing games. What's your vibe with racing games?
Oh man, you weren't kidding. You are passionate about racing games. Don't forget, I am here, folks. I know I was just for the
Yeah,
brief introduction, but no. So when it comes to racing games, I've not spent a whole lot of time with them, um, just because they're not really my forte, so to speak. I have enjoyed racing games, Burnout Paradise. Those games, those are more crash the car, and look at the
yeah,
awesome special effects. You know,
especially the original Burnouts. Paradise, not so
absolutely.
much, but dude, Burnout 3.
So I liked Burnout Paradise just because that was more like world destructive. So like you blew up a building and that had a shortcut for it, or you activated a crane and it like had a wrecking ball attached to it and it demolished the highway in front of you or behind you and wrecked your competitors and all that kind of stuff. Those are the types of games that I really got into. You did mention Need for Speed Most Wanted. I did play that, the original game, back on the PS2 days. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed the cop racing. Well, I say cop racing. You know, the cops would come and chase you. Oh, you can't do that. And seeing how long you could last getting away from the cops. And
Those cops
that
were
was fun.
brutal too.
They were. And then they would like, oh, especially if you got a chopper stuck on you, forget it. There was no way. I would even try to go in tunnels to get rid of it. Nope, that helicopter would stay right on you, and then you had SWAT cars coming out, and loved it. But no, when it comes to games like this, the most recent one that I could compare this to is The Crew 2. And in my research for this episode, I pulled up videos and Twitch streams of the Crew 2 and Forza 4. The only differences I could really tell between the two games were the map placement and your speedometer placement is just flipped. So like one's on the left hand side and the other's on the right. That was a little bit different. But other than that, the world, the points system that it had as you were driving through the world looked the same. The world visuals looked similar. And the crew, even though this game is only for Forza is only exclusive to Xbox titles, the Crew 2 is also on Xbox, which I was surprised with because I thought it was going to be sort of like Halo is exclusive to Xbox and God of War is exclusive to PC or PS4. So I thought it was going to be something like that. But
There is that duality, but it's not the Crew in Forza. It's Forza and Gran Turismo. Gran
and
Turismo is only PlayStation and Forza's only. But now Forza's on Steam, so it's kind of hard
yeah,
to.
which is a good thing. I mean, for anyone
Yeah.
that enjoys racing games, a little like yourself and those that are listening, if you do genuinely enjoy racing games, take a look, try all of them, see which ones are better. I can't tell you the last time I picked up a racing game that wasn't on a mobile game for me to mess around on my phone with. But it does look good. Like that is one thing that you spent some time on was how good the game looks, how it felt. It looks really good. And I enjoyed watching people race in it. I enjoyed watching them do their upgrades. The upgrading system looked really cool. It was a very detailed, as you mentioned, with upgrading your tires and your engines and the shocks and all that kind of stuff, which is cool if you're wanting to fine tune. And I feel like this would be a good comparison for those folks that want to try and get that extra 1% power, or you get that extra 1% stronger in other games. Like some of the games we've mentioned, the First Descendant, as well as Once Human, if you want to get that extra 1% just to be able to get it, then maybe fine tuning it is something that you're looking for. But it does look good. And I feel like this is something that I would spend more time driving and crashing cars with my buddies than I would going through the story trying to upgrade things. 450 cars is a lot of cars, or over that is a lot of cars to go through. And I'm sure that there are people listening that are car enthusiasts or that really can appreciate a vehicle. I am not one of those people. The only thing that does interest me is upgrading it. Like seeing it go from, like your little beetle or bug or whatever. Say you drive that on the beach, I'm like, man, I wonder what that would look like on like some big truck tires. Like, how does that look? Or seeing it like with a big spoiler on it, or one of those big engines you see out of American muscle cars. That would be funny to see.
So, so to your point, for those of you that have been watching on the YouTube, you'll notice in some of the clips, the left side is slightly blue. My Lancer is lime green, carbon fiber racing hood, and I've got blue tint on the windows. I
See,
mean, yeah, and then when I hit something, the windshield cracks because it's like I only have the simulated damage on. So that's the other thing. You can have real damage. So when you hit something, it like flats your tire or whatever. But I only do simulated damage because I mean, I still got to race the race.
that's true.
It's a video game.
Yeah, no, it is a game, but the attention to detail is really awesome. The fact that they
Yeah.
can give you the simulation damage, and you're going to have to drive a certain way to make sure your car doesn't wreck. Like that's really cool. I like the attention to detail that they've done. I like the fact that they brought in Lego. Um, I think we can all attest to playing with Legos. I've got some here in my house that I've put together, taken apart, and hopefully plan on putting together and on display in the future. So that's really cool. You mentioned Hot Wheels in Forza 5. That would be, if I could see some Hot Wheels tracks, like the stuff that we put together as a kid, like that shark tornado or that shark chomping down on the car track, where it's like you got to time it, otherwise the shark just crunches on it. That would be cool.
So, quick interjection: Forza Horizon 5 has the Hot Wheels DLC. Yes, that's cool, but they have Hot Wheels Racing. The second one, too, turbocharged, is like, dude, that game is so good. And there's a plugin that you can do to where you can play it in VR, and it's so cool, dude. It's so cool. Hot Wheels Turbocharged 2. It's throw that one on your wish list if you want Hot Wheels. I already have it, dude. We should maybe play it and do an episode on that. Oh man, that's a racing game, dude. That is fun. That's arcadey. That's
I will for
exactly
sure
what you
put that
want.
on my list. I will for sure put that on my list because that sounds fun. Like I
Yeah.
grew up playing with Hot Wheels, so just being able to do it as an adult in video game form would be really really cool.
There's a spider obstacle that shoots webs onto the tracks, so you have to avoid them or you get slowed. There's all sorts of stuff, like you jump through hoops of fire, and there's a creative track mode. It Yeah, man. I'll hook you up with Hot Wheels after this.
See
That's the
that
racing
that's
game for you.
yeah,
Not
that'll
Forza.
be
That's
fun.
the racing game for you right there.
I will for sure. I will gladly play it. It sounds like a fun game. The build a track. I don't know if you played Little Big Planet or
Mm-hmm.
Little Big Planet 2 or 3. I don't know how many there are anymore. But
Three.
being able
Three
to
was the
like
main one I played.
design your own levels and design your worlds and stuff like that, I lost I don't know how many hours in that stuff because it was always so interesting to make the traps and to make the falling floors and everything that you got to play through the story, but then being able to build it yourself. So that's something I could see losing plenty of time in.
Oh yeah.
Now we've reached the point in the episode where we're going to get into what's that game? What we are going to do is poorly describe video games, and the other host has to figure out what game they're talking about. I don't think we're going to break this down until you get so many guesses. It's just going to be until the person taps out and gives up on it. These are ones that Atrax and I have created ourselves. We do not know anything about the hints, but these are video games that hopefully at one point in time either of us have played. So
I'm pretty sure all of mine, I think you'll be able to get. There's one I'm slightly concerned about. But yeah, hopefully this will also be fun for all of you. If you feel like we're about to answer, maybe pause it if you haven't got it. I'm excited for this. It's yeah, describe a game poorly. We'll be able, maybe if we recharge our ideas, we'll be able to come up with the segment again, and it won't just be a one and done. But or submit some, comment your own in the YouTube comments, Spotify comments, all that. If
for
you've got a
sure,
good one, let us
throw them
know.
out there. I love stuff like this. This is
Yeah.
it's to me it's a little bit better than trivia because there are some people that are really good at trivia, but if you could describe something so bad that someone is stumped by it, or if you
Yeah.
can get it close enough because the person knows what you're talking about, it just makes it a little more interesting.
And you
So let
could
us know.
describe the same game poorly in two different ways.
You really can. All right, so Atrax is going to hit it off. What you got
All
for
right.
me?
Okay, here's the first one. Ready? Scratch your collector's itch with a variety of customizable machines in this competitive battle game. Your machines must survive a variety of conditions, both mild and extreme, while also outperforming other players at various checkpoints.
Is it a racing game?
Yes.
Okay, okay. What the heck? Customizable machine that's competitive. See, it's the battle is what's throwing me off. Um, I mean, is it Forza?
Yeah. It's our featured game, Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah, again, the battle threw me off.
Yeah. I needed to word it in a way that would hopefully throw off the scent of whatever I was trying to do.
Oh, it's
And I
good
thought,
though.
oh, how do I do? Because like machines, and then both mild and extreme conditions.
I like it. I like it. It was a good one. All right, so here's one for you. Deities worldwide. See who will be the best in this contest of strength, teamwork, and strategy.
Strength, teamwork, and strategy. So, well, contest. I'm guessing it's a PvP game.
Yep.
Okay, so it is a PvP game. Strength, teamwork, and strategy. Teamwork. So it's strength, teamwork, and strategy. Well, it's a strategy game, obviously. Strength and teamwork. So maybe it's strength is maybe stats or like
Can
strength
be.
strength and teamwork. Oh, wait, deities worldwide. Gods, deities, god. Is it Smite?
It is.
Ah, there we go. Okay. I should have focused on the deities first. Who would be the best? That's a good one. Strength, teamwork, and strategy. Ooh. All right. All right. Okay. Here's another one. Ready?
Yep.
I hope this one isn't too obvious. Go on an insane journey so you can build a fire and sleep.
Any Souls-like game.
Yeah. Specifically Dark Souls 1. Or just
Like,
Dark Souls and in general.
the funny thing too is I was actually thinking, I was like, man, I wanted, because I was gonna do Sekiro, and I was like, what?
That would have been
And I
wrong.
was just like, oh man, how could I do that? I'm like, grab a weapon. Good luck. That was my hint.
Yeah.
That was funny. That was a good one. I like that one. All right, this one is gonna be a gimme if you can remember this one. An online and local party game of teamwork and betrayal for 4 to 15 players in space.
Yeah. Huh.
Really?
I wonder who it. I'm assuming is it. Wait. Online and local party game of teamwork and betrayal for. Yeah, it's Among Us, right?
Yeah, it's Among Us.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought. All right. My other guesses, my other thoughts were maybe Pummel Party, because there's a space level in Pummel Party, or Mario Party. Teamwork and betrayal, but I don't know. All right. Here's my next one. I'm pretty sure you'll guess this one pretty quickly, as a majority of our community will. Punch a tree so you can kill a dragon.
Punch a tree so you can kill a dragon. Ark?
Nope.
No.
You're on the right track, though.
Punch a tree so you can kill a dragon. Is that Pow World?
Also, no.
Punch a tree. Punch it. See, so I'm like thinking about games where they start you off where you're like punching things. Like Rust comes to mind, but Rust is more just player versus player. Killing the dragon is.
I mean, I guess. So I would say you are on the right track, but is there a way you could narrow it down?
Narrow it down. The dragon is throwing me off. I'm trying to think about, because if I'm on the right track with Pow World and Ark, it's a survival game.
Yes. and some I feel like that would give it away. Ooh.
Punch a tree. So
Let's see. How do I give a hint without giving it away? So I'll say, I mean, yeah, you're on the right track. So you're in like the right genre. Yeah, survival game.
Valheim.
No. I'll be fair. I'll be honest. I guess a lot of these could fall under this description, but I am thinking like of a specific one. Some might argue it is the survival game.
The survival game.
Yeah. Oh man, you're really blocked there, bud.
Oh man, survivals are not.
You're dealing.
In case you missed it, episode 3 will give you my opinion on survival games.
Oh man, I really hope all of you listeners out there are just like, it's this game. How do you not know? You idiot. It's so obvious.
I'm gonna get so much flame in the comment section for this because
Come on,
I'm sure
man.
they've been screaming at it for like 5 minutes.
I'm surprised this is the one that's got you stumped. This
It's
is not
honestly,
this is not the one, by the way. Oh.
punch a tree so you can kill a dragon.
Yeah.
The survival game.
Yeah, it's the one that started it all, man. Bro.
The one that started it all.
Yeah. It's like literally the most popular one.
Again, episode 3 was my opinion on survival games.
Oh man. Okay, well, I think instead of focusing on survival, you need to get creative with your answer. If you're not getting it,
Half-Life?
no, oh my goodness, dude. Okay. You've got your survival mode game, right?
Uh-huh.
I think you need to get creative with your answer. You need to get in creative mode.
Wow, Minecraft.
Yay! Insert the
Wow.
applause. Oh my goodness. All right. We are back after Rhaiu raged so hard that he didn't get Minecraft that he disconnected his mic or did something, and we had to pause the recording. So
Lord,
thank you for
Minecraft.
listening through that, whatever that was.
Lord
It was
have mercy.
Minecraft, yes. That was specifically what I was thinking of. In the beginning, you start punching trees, and I guess your quote unquote main goal is to kill the Ender Dragon. So, yeah, punch a tree so you can kill a dragon.
Great description. I can't believe that I didn't get that. Okay, here's one for you.
All right.
Awaken on a beach, fight the undead, the turned, the spectral, and the tentacled. Choose one of 3 colors to represent on your journey.
That one's kind of. I'm guessing that's a whole new world.
Yes, it is New World.
All right. I think you got a little too specific there.
I did.
Oh, did you do it again? He did it again. He did it again.
I didn't do it again.
Oh, he didn't do it again. All right. Never mind. He didn't do it again. He didn't do it again. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're moving on. Okay. Well, if you didn't get the last one, I'm mildly concerned you won't get this one.
Oh boy.
All right. Deliver a baby.
Deliver a
Deliver a baby.
the game of life?
No. Oh, that's a good one. I should have done board games. I didn't even think of that. I only thought video games.
Deliver a baby.
Deliver a baby. And I feel like, honestly, even if you haven't played this game, I don't know if you've actually... I haven't played this game, but I thought it was a good description of this game. Deliver a baby. It's a pretty popular game.
I almost want to say Remnant. But
That's a good guess, but no. Again, I haven't played this game.
Surgeon Simulator?
No. No. That would have been like a doctor who kills his patients. Or
Oh
something.
god. What a description. Deliver a baby.
I genuinely don't think either of us have actually played this game. But as soon as you hear the answer, if you give up, you'll be like, oh, it's oh yeah. Deliver a baby. Another hint. Another hint. You're not just technically your main goal is to deliver a baby, but you deliver other things in this game.
Oh, Death Stranding.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. See, when you said deliver a baby and other things, I was trying to think, and then I
Like
remembered
literally deliver a baby.
I remembered
Yeah.
the promo for that game, and it was the
Yeah.
baby in the capsule. Yeah.
Yep.
Haven't played it. Heard it was good.
I
Haven't
haven't
played
either.
it.
Yeah, me neither.
Okay.
That's a
Here,
game I
here.
watched instead of played. Death Stranding.
I will watch that game. I don't think I'm gonna play it. All right, so here's another one. Go through all stages of life in this timeless classic. Speak a language nobody understands, and dress in a unique style all your own.
This is between two games for me, and I'm gonna guess Spore.
Wow. Wow, you nailed it.
Oh, my other guess was The Sims.
It is Spore. What gave it away?
Spore. Oh, this all stages of life. Yeah.
Yo, so I ran some of these through a little testing phase, and they all got stumped and guessed Sims, and that wasn't it.
That
So I
was
was like, okay.
because okay, so speak a language nobody understands, that applies to both. Dress in a unique style all your own. To me, the dressing part was what made me think Sims. That's why I said it's between two, because oh man, I thought yeah, but like all stages of life, because dude, that wasn't just like cell to full grown. That was like after full grown, you could go to space. Dude, I played so much Spore. I love that game so much. Oh
Dude,
man, give us a
I
Spore too.
oh man, Spore. It was on sale some time ago, and I bought it, and I was like, I need to have this game back in my life. It's such a fun game.
Yeah,
So
it's wild. Oh man, maybe we just play that. Maybe we play the original Spore.
that man,
We
we got
call
some
it.
talking on that.
It's a really sporing episode. Haven't
Oh my
played the game.
gosh, the dad jokes.
Dude, that's yeah. All right, here we go. Here's my next one. Logging simulator with Descendants of Cannibals.
That is Sons of the Forest.
Yep. I think that was my most obvious one.
Yeah, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Yeah.
All right, fight, build, work, enslave. Traverse a world and take down powerful foes.
Is that the Lord of the Rings Shadow series?
Nope.
Oh. Fight, build, work, enslave, traverse a world, and take down powerful foes. Ooh.
I'm surprised this one got you.
Fight, build, work, enslave. Oh, is this Power World?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. the as soon as it was the build and enslave that got me. Oh, it's funny. Okay, do you want to go again? Because I only have one more,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
I'll
see
go
you
again.
have two.
Yeah,
As
I've
I
got two more
peek at
for
the
it.
notes. Okay.
All right. Become immortal and show the town why pitchforks are overrated.
Become immortal and show the town why pitchforks are overrated. It's just such a funny description of the game. Become immortal and show the town why pitchforks are overrated. Well, become immortal. This is tough.
Wow. All right.
Because like I don't know why, but originally what I think of this, I think of like Resident Evil 4 specifically. Because you come in and it's just like the town. They're like, "Ah!" They've got their pitchforks and sickles and chainsaws. And you just
No,
come in and
not
goon
Resident
everybody, but
Evil.
it's definitely not Resident Evil because like later on they and you don't become immortal. I don't know why. Just that's my first thought. Way off in left field. It's not Town of Salem because you don't become immortal in that really either. Why pitchforks are overrated.
So think classic monster movie. Not monster movie turned game, but the monster movie will give you a direction to go in.
Monster movie? That throws me off even more. How does that relate to the game?
It's just giving you a direction to go in, because
Monster movie?
I don't know if you've ever played something like this. Probably not.
It's definitely something I would know.
Yeah, I
Hopefully.
mentioned it back in episode 3.
Oh no. Become immortal and show the town why pitchforks are overrated. Is it V Rising?
It is V
Okay.
Rising.
Yeah. I never played that. Ooh.
That is a nice little base builder, semi MMO style thing. It's pretty cool. You're a vampire, so there's the immortal, and then there are legitimate townsfolk that have pitchforks in the starter area. So it's pretty funny. But yep,
Okay.
definitely a fun game. Recommend
All
it.
right. That one. Okay, yeah, because I haven't played. I know literally nothing about V Rising actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'll be honest. Okay, this is the one that I feel like will stump you.
Okay.
All right. I don't have time to badly explain what I don't have time to badly explain. Oh man.
That just sounds like a quip from Deadpool the video game. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
that's funny. Dude, that's a throwback. Dang, I remember that game. If you haven't played that game, go play it. Especially with the Deadpool movie coming out this weekend.
Yeah.
This past weekend. Man. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna tap on that one. What
I
is
don't
that?
have time to. Okay, well, I'll give you a couple of hints.
Okay.
And the hints will be very strong. I hate this game.
Destiny 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right then.
Because like the story's so like, dude, if you know the story at all, it's just like, we don't have time to explain, but we got to do this, this, and this because of this stupid reason. And we got to go over here and you just got to farm all this stuff over and over again. And you can't die because of this. And this happens and blah, 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 blah. And by the way, you just spent $400 for all of this stupid crap. Like, sorry.
That's funny.
I can't
That's
stand
funny.
Destiny. Don't play the game. It's not worth it. There are so many better games than Destiny 2 or Destiny 1. It's not worth it.
All right. Last one here. Awaken as an unstoppable warrior and battle alongside your friends in this story-driven, free-to-play online action game. This is the Steam description of this game. To make it
Really?
That's how badly the description of the game was.
Wow. Well, is it the first thing I think of is it First Descendant?
Nope.
No? Okay. Awaken as an unstoppable warrior. Battle alongside your friends in the story-driven free-to-play. Is it? No. It's not Final Fantasy 14, is it?
Nope.
Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Unstoppable Warrior. So it's co-op. It's online. It is story-driven.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, story-driven. What?
That's how bad the description is.
What?
I could not think of a worse way to describe this game than what is on the Steam page.
Awaken as an unstoppable warrior.
He's breaking out the Steam, sir.
I have to. Awaken as an unstoppable warrior in this free-to-play. What the heck? I have no clue. Dude, this is so mind-boggling. What Unstoppable warrior battle alongside your friend. Is it Overwatch?
Nope.
Is it Dota 2?
Nope.
No, they'd have a better thing than that. It's not Counter-Strike, is it?
Nope.
Oh, thank goodness. Free to play. I'm just rattling off the free to play games. Story driven free to play online action game. Is it? Dude, I don't know.
You tapping?
Huh?
Are you gonna tap?
Any hints? Do you have any more hints?
Any hints? This game paved the way for a lot of current games that have been released. A lot of games are taking systems from this game.
A lot of games are taking systems from this free-to-play online game where you awaken as an unstoppable warrior and bat. Is it, oh my goodness. This is a tough one. Team Fortress 2?
Nope.
Free-to-play action game. I don't know. I might have to tap. All right. What is it?
Warframe.
What?
That is the Steam description of Warframe.
Oh my god. I didn't even think. Wow. That's crazy.
Yep. Well,
Whew.
thank you everybody for hanging out with us this long. We certainly enjoyed having you while we discussed Forza 4, our opinions on racing games, as well as the new segment where we sit here and play What's That Game? With some very poor and creative descriptions, not just by us, but also by the developers of the game. So, if you enjoyed so far, please be sure to tell us what your thoughts are. Leave a comment in the comment section, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, and that's where you can find us on those 3 platforms. Rate the show, tweet at us on X for any and all things. Please tell us what you think of the show. Have a good one.